When I left New Orleans the last time, these were the images still lingering, still fresh in my mind. A city struggling to survive, a people holding on to hope against the odds. Drive into the city today and witness normalcy. Traffic flows, people are on the move. The skyline is all dressed up and ready for an NBA party. But as I've reported from here before, to really see where the hurt and the needs are, you have to go to where the people live. Welcome back to Lakeview, just a few miles in the shadow of the city. This upper middle-class community bared the brunt of the destruction when the 17th Street Canal gave way. The houses that weren't wiped out completely were submerged for days in 8 feet of water and toxic sludge. 2 years later, there are sounds of repair and rebuilding all over Lakeview. People putting in the work to come back home.
This is brand new construction, isn't it?
Mike Maggio was one of the first ones back.
It was tough at the beginning and just had to be resilient and keep on rebuilding until finally we got in. So we've been in, December was a year. And we've been back.
Do you constantly look at weather reports and over your shoulder and hope that another storm doesn't come through?
Constantly.
For the most part, Lakeview is a contractor's haven. There's plenty of work to be done, all right. And Sam Friedman knows it. He's been contracting here for 35 years.
I'm staying pretty busy. You got some people who, I guess came in after the storm, who came in from other cities and whatever. They're probably having a little trouble, as far as keeping their crews going. But as for me, I really haven't. I have enough work to keep my guys busy.
But there are also a lot of areas of partial construction, and this house is a prime example. Clearly, there's work being done here, but not today, because in this slow economy, a lot of the homeowners simply can't afford to keep the workers constantly busy. And so today, at this house anyway, there are no workers to be found. You won't find any contractors working at Jack Wanowski's house either. He's doing the work himself, one board at a time, trying to pry himself back to where he once was. He works by day and cooks his meals in his FEMA trailer out front. But he says with so much red tape and clutter to claims that have been processed and monies that have been promised, Jack Wanowski says the only thing that he can truly count on is the sweat off his own back. What's it been like for you so far?
Ups and downs. Some days it's great. Like this today, I'm accomplishing something, but other days it's rainy, cold, and miserable, and it's discouraging. But I've got friends that are worse off than I am.
One other thing from Lakeview, the breach at the 17th Street Canal has been patched up by the Army Corps of Engineers, but you won't see any new construction on this land. That's because the Army Corps has seized it under eminent domain. The landowners aren't happy about that, and they are contesting it. Probably nowhere else in this city, and maybe the entire region, was there more said about the devastation and destruction than in the lower Ninth Ward. You remember these pictures. Well, welcome back. This is the Ninth Ward 2008, still a place where gawkers tour in amazement and stray cats seek shelter in the ruins. But through the thickets and debris here, this community is poised for a comeback. The sign says, rebuild or leave, a defiant battle cry for a people that lost everything except hope. Steps leading to a front porch, leading to nowhere. There are a lot of front porches that lead to nowhere still left here in the Ninth Ward. Obviously, the house that used to be here is long gone. To the casual observer, that may look like a bad thing, like this area has been left behind, but believe it or not, if you look over this landscape, you see vacant land. There was once a time when houses were all out there. When I was here before, those houses were scattered and shattered everywhere. You could barely drive down this street. At least now all that debris has been cleaned up. Some people are trying to restore their lives here. Robert Green Sr. is one of them. We found Mr. Green quietly sitting outside his FEMA trailer on the land where his house used to be. Mr. Green lost his home, and he lost his mother. And he lost his granddaughter, too, all to the waters of Katrina. So these days, Mr. Green just sits and reflects, I suppose. But he doesn't talk much.
One step at a time.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
Talking wasn't an issue for Gertrude LeBlanc, though. Miss LeBlanc has plenty to say.
Because I have the faith and I got the patience to wait. There it is there.
So
And
you're in the process of rebuilding now, huh?
rebuilding, yeah. St. Charles Avenue Baptist Church is helping me with the money I got from the road home, which isn't very much, and they're helping me rebuild my house back after 45 years.
Did you ever think this day would come when you'd have a chance to rebuild after the storm?
I had that faith. And like I said, I look around me, all of this is the past, you know. I thought positive was the future. And there's the future there, and I would have neighbors and they popping up right and left. All over, you know, modular homes. Oh yeah, all you gotta do is have faith.
So the 9th Ward will come back.
Oh yes.
She showed me her pictures with her and Brad Pitt when he came to visit. And this one shows Miss LeBlanc with Angelina Jolie. So here, right in the belly of the levee, the wall that let the waters come in has been repaired. And the lower 9th Ward is slowly being transformed yet again, this time from a concrete graveyard with old, busted-up front porches to new modular homes, and signs of other new homes to come, as well as signs to restore the existing ones. Back in the French Quarter, the signs of progress for the city are something worth singing about, because the Big Easy is still trying to regain the respect and the people who left in the wake of the storm. A lot of those people are coming back, and some can't.
You know, even by the conservative estimates, they say that it will be at least 8 to 10 more years before the Big Easy is truly back.